Right, hi guys. So last night I watched a film which is kind of stuck in my mind now. It's called Subservience. It was on Netflix. It stars Megan Fox, and she's basically like an AI robot that gets like brought to live with this family whose wife's had like heart surgery, so she's in the hospital, or she's about to have heart surgery. She's got a bad heart. She's waiting for the transplant, and her husband is at home with two children trying to work at the same time. So he buys this AI robot, very similar to Megan, and I'll go back to that in a minute. Very similar to Megan, and she's going to sort of look after the house. She's going to take care of all the chores, help look after the kids while he goes to work and other things. And as usual with AI stuff, she goes mad. Now you can imagine what's going on. So, and as I'm watching this is a funny bit, right? So as I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking, this is reminding me of something else in a way, as I get deep into the film. And I'm like, this is kind of like, I can see the Megan resemblance, because obviously AI thing goes mad, that's the Megan bit. But I thought, this is kind of reminding me of a film in the 90s called Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which was starred Rebecca De Mornay, where she was this nutty woman who comes in, pretends to be a nanny in this family, and then slowly tries to take over the family and take the kids away from the mum and try and get the husband. She kind of wants to steal this woman's family, and it reminded me of that. And as I'm thinking that woman at the start looked familiar as well. And there's a point where the woman comes back from the hospital, and as she's in the home, it's all getting a bit weird. I was like, oh my god, that is the kid from Hand That Rocked the Cradle. Now in Hand That Rocked the Cradle, there was a girl. She must be about 6 or 7 years old in the film, and the kid is the mum in this. So the mum is playing. The little kid actress that played the kid in the Hand That Rocks the Cradle is now grown up, and she's playing the mum in this one. And I was like, that's been done for a reason. And I was like, is this now some sort of remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle, but like complete out there remake, if you know what I mean? So they've taken the concept and just completely with this AI stuff. But anyway, so Subservience, it's on Netflix right now. It's just newly on Netflix. It's kind of a horror thriller, but it is very, very similar to what we've seen before. So the positives I'll give you is that it's not a bad story. Not the worst story ever. It's a good little story, and there's a few real good moments in it, real tension building moments in it. But the best positive I can give you is that Megan Fox, who plays the robot nanny sort of thing, is possibly the best casting for that role you could get. Now, Megan Fox, everyone says about how attractive Megan Fox is, like most people say she's one of the prettiest girls in the world, all that sort of stuff. But to me, she's always been too chiseled. She's a very sort of like, she's like, her face is like chiseled, everything about her is like, I don't know, it's weird. She's almost like a statue. She's like, almost like she's not real. So put her in this role where she plays a animatronic, AI, intelligent thing, was perfect, because the way she moves in this film, the way she talks, the way she does her facial expressions are spot on. You could not have hired anyone better to do this, I believe, than her. It was ridiculously perfect. I believe she was a robot, put it that way. I've always believed she's a robot, to be honest with you, but this works so well. So, I'm sorry about my son. He's off sick. We're all basically, I've got a chesty cough, cold thing. He's the same. So he's off from nursery, and he keeps going through his modes, being really energetic to really sluggish. And he's like, now he's in energetic mode, so it's going to be a pain trying to do this review. See. So anyway, so where was we? Yeah, so Megan Fox is phenomenal in this. Now, onto the negative side of things is the story. Why is it not a bad story? It has been done before. It's basically the Megan story, but more, instead of being devoted to the child, it's devoted to the father in this version. So basically the AI becomes obsessed with the father and trying to fulfill his needs as the primary carer. And the AI in this film is kind of like Megan Fox. She becomes obsessed with the dad, and she's trying to take over the relationship side of it and take over sort of the parenting duties, but all other things in his life, trying to fix everything in his life. And obviously, where she gets corrupted and she becomes messed up, she sort of does what most of these AI characters... Sorry, I hate it when that happens. Does most of these AI things do, and they just like go absolutely bonkers and start killing and damaging and messing up other things.
Daddy?
Yes. This is Iron Man, it's good. So my issue is that it's kind of been done before, and also all the tropes are the same. So like the way the story flows is very similar to what you've seen before, and the ending's kind of like, it's not a bad ending, but it's kind of like, I've seen all that before. I've literally seen. I mean, if you watch put the film Megan on and this film, you can literally go, that's that, that's that, that's that, that's that. It's literally flows the same sort of storyline flow. The guy that plays the dad, I didn't care about him, if you know what I mean. Like, if you watch the film Hand That Rocks the Cradle, by the end of that film, you care about that family, you care about what's happening to them. And while I cared about what was going on with the mum and the daughters, the daughter and the baby, him I couldn't give. I don't care if he dies. He's kind of like, he doesn't come across as a good person, if you know what I mean. He doesn't come across as someone you care that something bad's about to happen to. So you kind of like, if he's not villainous, but he's just like, he does some things in the film where you think, well, you're not a nice person anyway. You're not really that nice of a guy, so you don't care if they die. I think if they'd have made him more of a family, I mean, it's a family, but if they'd made it more about his heart and how much he loved his family, it would have come across better when the bad stuff's happening. What else should I say about this film? So yeah, I tell you, it is worth a watch. It's on Netflix. It's worth a watch. If you like Hand That Rocks the Cradle and you like Megan, there's a good chance you'll enjoy this. But if you like me and you'll start seeing the similarities of being almost annoying at points, then it might not be worth you watching. But it's one of those. I enjoyed the film while I was watching it, but I'm not going to go back and watch it again, if that makes sense. It's not why I'm going to go back and watch it. I watched the film That Christmas the other day. It's a completely different movie. You watched that with me, yes you did. And that was brilliant. We've now watched that a couple of times. Like, he watches films over and over again, like on loop. But I've sat down with him and watched it a couple of times, and that is a brilliant film. This one, as I said, it's a one-time watch and it's done. But it's on Netflix. It'll be on there probably forever. I think it's straight to streaming, and I figured I thought it would have been on cinema, but I'm guessing Wicked's blown it all out of the water. And they're sort of not bothering to put much out at the minute, so they put it straight to streaming on Netflix. You want to watch Elsa now? We are going to watch. Yes, he wants to watch Elsa, so I'm going to have to go now. But I might do a spoiler review at some point, but I'll have to wait and see. Maybe when he's not around to distract me every 5 minutes. That sound good? He's nodding. Is that good? Yeah. All right, guys. So definitely try and watch Subservience. It's worth a watch. I'd say it's worth a watch, just to see the girl from Hand That Rocks the Cradle grown up and like still acting and still being successful. And actually, as I said, I think this may be a remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which is why they've cast her in it, the girl from Hand That Rocks the Cradle, as the mum in it. But I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know if it is a remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle, but it feels that way. And it would make sense why they cast her as the mum, to show that it's similar. But it wasn't, it was more Megan. I don't know. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Please comment below and see if you felt the same way I did, and then we can have a discussion about it, right? Anyway, so, and as the kids always tell me to say, because I always forget to say it, is to like and subscribe this video, share it to anyone you think might be interested, and enjoy it. And I hope you all feel a lot better than I do. And yeah, I hope you feel a lot better than we do at the minute. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.